Welcome to Packs to Profit, the Pokemon collecting podcast, where your host, myself, Dillon, and my co-host, Danny, bring you along with our discussions about upcoming set releases, market trends, competitive cards, and anything else to do with collecting Pokemon cards. We'll both introduce ourselves and give our backgrounds in the hobby, since this is the first episode, just to give you a little bit of our background and our experiences collecting Pokemon cards. We've been doing it our whole lives. Like I said, both Danny and I have been collecting since we were kids during the initial release. I do have some fond memories of those days, not necessarily all good, but because I don't have all those cards anymore, and a lot of them were damaged. You know how it is. I remember I actually traded the first ever Nintendo DS for someone's whole Pokemon card collection as a 14-year-old or 15-year-old. I don't remember how old I was, but it was shortly after that. And looking back on it, I made the right decision. Yeah, I got made fun of at the time. Anyways, that's kind of what happened and how much I love Pokemon cards growing up. I used to store my cards literally. I had so many cards. I stored them by type. I don't even know if I've ever told you this, Danny. Literally, I stored them in trash bags. I just threw them, dude, all in trash bags and by type or grocery bags for different trainers. Dude, yeah, it was bad. I didn't care. I had binders, of course.
Tough.
Dude, yeah, I had binders, of course, but I just like playing with the cards. Dude, me and some of my young friends, shout out Dylan, shout out Curtis, we would literally put together like a gym challenge thing to where we would mix all of our cards together. And as we got certain badges, we would pull cards for our own Pokemon collection.
I'm sure the edges of those cards were just in pristine condition.
Brother. All heavily played, if not damaged.
Yeah.
Anyways, just to paint a little bit of a picture for you, I'm sure a lot of you had the same experience. I wish someone had showed me how to take care of my stuff a little bit better as a kid, but so I know it's not my fault. It's not my fault. But anyways, I really started collecting over the past 5 or 6 years, where Danny and I both got into competitive play, and I really kind of remembered, I guess, almost what it felt like to collect cards and how much I loved doing it. Didn't have a lot of sealed product then, but definitely have built up my collection as far as sealed over the past few years, especially. Because like I said, we started playing competitive around when team up a little after that, so 2019. And that's for me. I know Danny has some older stuff, which is pretty cool and in pretty good condition, and I'll have him get into that. But we figured, as much as we talk about this stuff daily and as crazy as the market has been, obviously, as of late, it just keeps getting more insane day by day. We were kind of inspired to share our thoughts on it because we have a little bit of experience and we've seen some success, especially as of late, of course. Talk about a little bit of our failures and missed opportunities as well. But yeah, we're just excited to share our experiences with anybody willing to listen. So I'm going to throw it over to Danny now.
Yeah, a lot the same with Dylan here. I was always into the base set, starting out, and fortunately, I did keep a lot of my cards in very good condition. Shout out to my mom for that, for pounding in my head like, hey, you have to keep these in good shape. I wish she would have collected some sealed stuff for me from those times, but whatever. But yeah, so a lot of my base set stuff is in really good shape. And yeah, as we started playing competitively around 2019, team up days, wish we would have kept some of that stuff sealed.
We talk about that weekly.
Every week. We'll get further into that later.
Yes.
But that is when I did start playing pretty heavily competitively and got really back into collecting and just playing
I would
more.
say
And
that was shortly after we met, right? Like we'd met probably 2018 or something, because we were playing Pokemon Go.
Yep.
Or whatever it was.
I think we had met, but we met before that. I'm pretty sure Tony. I know Tony.
Yeah.
Shout out Tony.
Yeah.
But
around that time frame.
That's when we started really hanging out a lot more. But yeah, we talk about the old sets constantly and just the insanity around the prices, and it just really sparked our interest in spreading what we know now about how the market is and what kind of craziness is out there, especially with what's upcoming this week and year.
Oh my gosh, dude. We've been hyping up Prismatic together for months, right? Ever since it was kind of announced. And we knew about it before it was announced because everything leaks these days. And it's finally here. Like this is the week
Yeah,
of
this is the
Prismatic
week.
release. And we plan on, I would say, releasing an episode. We're gonna aim for weekly. I would like to, but we talked about maybe bi-weekly as well, or once a month. But you can at first expect at least, like I said, around that time frame. We'll lock in a day too, but we're not experts. We're not pros. It's our first time really doing this, so bear with us if it's not perfectly on schedule. But we're gonna get it there. It'll be like, I don't know, every Monday would be cool if we can record Sundays. Um, well, we will definitely put that in the description and update you as that goes. But did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, that was it. Just wanted to give a quick backstory, and so let's just
Do you,
get
do you have a
into
memory of like
Prismatic.
something that happened to you with like cards as a kid, like a
Yeah,
trade or something?
so the best memory I have had it was whenever base set was out, right? So whatever year that is. Every year we'd go up north camping and there's a card shop there. And me and my dad went to the store and they had booster packs on the counter, base set booster packs. Your
Dude,
Charizard, Venusaur,
dude, I
Blastoise
can like
art.
see it in my head. Yes, I can
Dude,
see it. Yes. Yep.
it's a core memory, so it's
Yeah.
picture perfect for me.
Yep.
So yeah, he's like, just get a couple packs. I'm sure they were probably $3. It's
Yeah.
just
2 or 3
fascinating
bucks
how
back in the
crazy.
day. Easy.
Yeah, I don't want to look. I looked up base set packs yesterday. They're not even on TCG, so I don't even know what the rate is. But
Yeah.
regardless, I picked out a pack, and we're walking down the street, and I'm walking over these cards. 'Cause I'm just excited. I'm 9 years
Oh
old,
yeah.
8, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I kid you not, pulled Charizard, and from that moment, I was like, this is
I knew.
insane.
I didn't know that story, and I
Dude,
knew it was gonna be the Charizard. That's so
dude,
awesome.
I could not believe it.
And they got
Just
you
absolutely crazy.
right there in that moment. They grabbed you by the
But
and
yeah,
kept you.
but I was already in so heavy at
Oh
that point. It
yeah,
was like,
dude. Yeah. The anime,
well,
the
Charmander
video
was
games. Are you kidding me?
right, and like I had my Game Boy, so Charmander was my starter at the point. Like, shocker,
Oh
it's so
yeah.
original, I know, but
I
like
love
pulling that
Charmander.
Charizard was crazy.
Are you kidding me? I love Charmander.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
it's
dude,
great.
Charmander's a goat. Yeah.
So
I know
yeah,
there's,
like,
Squirtle fans and Bulbasaur fans, but
yeah, you're gonna get the hate
we,
from
Charmander's the
the,
goat. Like,
the
let's not
Bulbasaur
kid
fans
ourselves.
here.
Yeah, I know. I like them all, but yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
And you still have
that's
that Charizard?
yeah, dude. It's I'll break
That's
it out one of
sweet.
these times.
All right, cool. Well,
I,
that's
I'll get it
awesome.
graded eventually. I couldn't tell
Yes.
you what I could imagine it would be. But dude, like the hardest part about sending that in to get graded, I don't want to I don't want to take it out of my possession, put it in the mail, put it in somebody else's hands.
You got
Like
to hand
there's
deliver
just,
that to PSA. You got to drive to PSA, hand
dude,
it
I don't
off
even
to
know where
them.
it is. I don't even know where, I'm driving.
I
I'll
know.
just
I'm just kidding.
road
Yeah,
trip. Let's
yeah.
road
Road
trip.
trip. No. Let's do it at some point. That's what we'll do if that makes
Well, I
you feel
mean,
comfortable.
maybe one day. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's very safe
it'd be worth
currently.
it. It sounds like, I don't know, man. It sounds like it'd be pretty good, especially since your parents actually told you how to take care of your stuff. Might be
It's been
pretty
in,
good shit.
I probably took it out of the sleeve a few times just to, look at it. Like, why I was nine
Just to
years
see
old, eight
maybe
years
what you
old.
could get for it, like a grade wise.
No, when I was a kid, like it's been in the sleeve since,
Oh,
but
okay.
like the only time I've taken it out of
Damn.
the sleeves. Yeah,
When's the
dude,
last time you
it's
took it
been
out of the
sleeve.
sleeve?
Dude, I took it out of the sleeve it was in to put it in like one of the low pro sleeves, so I could fit it in the
Okay.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
case.
Yeah.
So I took it out like and the sleeve was just it's 20 years old, whatever. I had to switch it out.
We're gonna figure that out for you. We'll
Yeah,
get that. We'll get that taken care of. Yeah, yeah. That's if you want to grade it. You know what I mean? That'd be
yeah, we'll
sweet.
see. One
Yeah,
day.
we'll see.
It's on my list of things to do.
I had a base set Charizard recently, as in like 2019 time frame, 2018, and it was damaged. PSA 1
Oh,
for
of
sure.
course.
Like maybe zero. I don't even know if zero is a grade. Don't really collect too many graded cards, but yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's like
Yeah, it
when you
was.
got the Charizard.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
it.
All right,
Prized
cool.
possession.
That is. Well, we can just touch on like the topics that we're gonna go over for this first episode, and it's gonna be basically obviously all the hype behind Prismatic Evolutions. It is release week. We're gonna talk a little bit just about what we're looking forward to, what we're not looking forward to about it. Um, Kind of like the release schedule as well, because with the special sets, the mini sets, if you will, the release schedule is much more staggered. They don't release everything at once, and there's obviously a strategy behind that. But anyways, we're going to talk about kind of all that stuff with Prismatic. We're also going to get into just more crazy hype, because it's not just Prismatic that's obviously feeding into it, but as well as just the overall hype with singles, the Sword and Shield era cards kind of going nuts, and then also just last, what was it, Thursday? It was Thursday, right?
And I think it was Friday. No, no, wait, it
Well,
was Thursday.
it was Thursday because I was working from home on Friday.
Okay.
And Journey Together is what we're talking about. Journey Together dropped and pre-orders sold out on Pokemon Center. It actually broke the Pokemon Center website. I mean, that thing breaks all the time, but it was
Shocker.
down for hours, right?
That's shocking,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah, shocking. And not only that, but the booster boxes sold out. So we're gonna get into that and new booster boxes with promos coming back, because I think that's been a thing before. So we'll touch on that, our thoughts about that, and then also to close out the episode, we're gonna go over our weekly watches, one or two cards or products that we're keeping an eye on and about to pull the trigger on, or we have recently pulled the trigger on, or we think it's a good investment moving forward. And then we're gonna finish it off with a little pack battle. I think Danny's got a Fusion Strike pack.
I do, yes.
Yep. And I'm gonna do a little Lost Origin, so little
You know
Sword
how
and
this
Shield
goes.
battle. Oh yeah, yeah.
The pull rates in
And
Fusion were so good, so
yeah, we don't need to get into that. Most of you veterans know what we're talking about. Speaking of pull rates, Prismatic as well. As of today, we're recording this on the 12th, Sunday night, and probably gonna go up on the 13th. So I've been paying attention on Twitter. I don't know if we talked about it. We did a little bit earlier, actually, about the pull rates for Prismatic, and how the early on pull rates seem to be bad. And my mind doesn't want to go to the whole Evolving Skies Fusion Strike situation, right? But it makes you wonder, because those pull rates were really bad. Really bad. I actually hated opening Fusion Strike personally.
yeah.
Never pulled anything. It was really bad. So that's where my mind goes. But, we'll see when the general public, like we, touched on a little bit before the episode, when everybody gets their hands on it and they start ripping packs, how that goes. But everybody's hyped about the evolutions. Is there anything you're in particularly hyped about?
I mean, just seeing all the new arts for all these evolutions, they're just all so good, man. Like
They are so
all of them are
good,
good, and then even like the supporting cards arts are good. All of the cards are good. Just
dude.
everything's good. The whole set.
It's awesome.
From what I've
It
seen, I
is.
haven't even seen the entire set. Just a little bit I looked out yesterday.
I'm gonna pull up some of the
But
artwork
yeah,
as we go.
and you know that there's gonna be decks built around all of these evolutions. They're gonna be crazy. So it's gonna make those cards even more hype because people are gonna want those cards for competitive reasons.
For
For
sure.
example, the EV alone from Masquerade has skyrocketed because there's gonna be evolution decks
Yes.
and people are gonna want that EV in there and
Plus, it's just a full art EV.
yeah,
Um,
on top of that.
so that there's that. But more so with Prismatic, with releasing this week, is just getting your hands on some of the product too. Like that's going to be kind of a challenge if you are just now coming into the hobby like very recently and you didn't get a chance to pre-order back in November, or if you have got some pre-orders, do you open it? Like do you even rip packs? That's kind of the
Yeah,
stuff we're not looking
that's
forward
really
to.
tough.
Like
Yeah, I'm
do
not
you
looking
hold
forward to
it?
that whatsoever.
So,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people who just sit on sealed product forever, but of course like at this point I'm going to sit on some of it just because you have to at this point. Like it's just you have no choice. I mean you do, but
I
I'll
mean, I
open
know. Go ahead.
I'll open some of what I have. I fortunately got a quite a bit of pre-orders and not like a ridiculous amount, but enough to kind of feel comfortable opening like a couple booster bundles, I guess. But man, just the price is just out of control.
Well, speaking of the booster bundles, I talked about the release schedule a little bit too. Is those don't even come out for until March, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
like
crazy.
they literally force you to buy this other product because the booster bundles are the best value.
Yep.
If you're not aware, they come with 6 packs. They're usually like $25 around there, and 6 packs, and it's the best value when you look at an ETB that has 9 packs for $55 MSRP at Walmart or whatever, which is just outrageous. Because I mean,
And
for this product, yeah,
especially for the mini sets too, because you can't get a booster box with these mini sets. So those booster
exactly,
bundles, like the
exactly.
getting a booster bundle in these mini sets like Crown Zenith and sets like that, where it's just you're better off. It's the only option to get
They got your
at
hands
a good
tied.
price.
They got
Yeah,
your hands tied. You're gonna buy ETBs. You're gonna buy binder collections. You're gonna buy the sticker collections, the poster collections that have been kind of recent.
yeah, the mini
You,
tins and
the mini tin
random other
sets, right?
products.
Or yep, yep. They got your hands tied, and of course, upon initial release, prices are going to be crazy. But
Yep.
I don't know what to expect, man. I wanted to share this. We're kind of jumping all over the place here with Prismatic, and it's that crazy. Let's
Yeah, there's just so many different things to talk about with it. It's just it's so out of control.
yes, I'm sharing this right now. Look at this. I saw this
Like that
on
can't
Twitter.
that's absurd.
Yeah, this I don't know how real this is. So definitely take this with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing what is on eBay. And I heard that this is not most likely not real. I hope not. I mean, even this.
But still, man, you're
I
looking
mean,
at
this is what I'm
seven,
expecting.
800.
I'm
Yeah, seven, eight
expecting
hundred.
600 maybe initially. But if the pull rates are as bad as people are saying, and this card is going to be super sought after, obviously, with it being Umbreon. Okay, that's just fan art. This is Japanese PSA
I mean, even the
10.
Japanese selling for 600. Oh, it's PSA 10.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But
I
for
mean, I would
600,
snag
you're
that
still
right
looking at
now.
just outrageous prices.
No, yeah, that is crazy. Okay, so a couple English ones here. Like I said, we'll see once it actually is on TCGplayer and people are actually auctioning stuff on eBay. But this is kind of scary because I'm sitting here in the boat personally where I'm like, I want to buy all the singles. I want to buy all the singles of all the evolutions
Yeah, absolutely.
and put them in my binder and be happy I got them and just not look at the price
You're looking
until
at probably 5K for all of them at this point.
that's ridiculous.
4,000.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
That's not going to be an immediate purchase of all of them for me if it is like that, and it's going to be most likely. And there's other artworks we want, right? Like it's not just about the
Man,
evolutions. Like I want the Goldango, I want that Dragapult. I know you're a big fan of
yeah, the
um
Raging Bolt, even the
Raging
Iron
Bolt.
Hands is nice.
Yep.
Man,
I like the Roaring Moon, and we're forgetting a bunch.
oh
There's
yeah.
like 30 something. And I saw something on
And
Twitter as
they're
well
all going to be
about
priced pretty high.
all of them, yeah. Because they're going to be so hard to pull apparently. And then like I said, we're in that boat of like that never-ending circle of are we going to be opening packs for fun? Yeah, a little bit, just like maybe some pack battles too and a little bit of the product. I was lucky enough to pre-order some from GameStop, but that's all I got. And obviously we have each other, help each other a lot. It's just going to be I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm not at the same time, right? Like as far as
Yeah, because you go into Walmart, it's going to be just like all the Black Friday deals that Target was having, where people were walking out with complete display cases of $20 ETBs, and it's
dude,
like it's gonna same thing's gonna happen with Prismatic. It's gonna be gone. It'll be gone. It will be gone before you can even find it in the store.
exactly. So with that being said, maybe you can reach out to local game stores or because gosh, that's been a shit show as well with local game stores. We didn't even mention that, but or your local retailers and maybe ask them to put a limit on cards. Like if you were collecting during COVID, there was a massive restriction, 1 or 2 products per retailer, right? That might need to be the new norm with how things are going again. But then again, those retailers don't necessarily care. What they care about is safety. So if things do get out of hand, that'll be the reason. It's safety. Not because they don't
Yeah.
care if someone walks in there and takes the case of ETBs they got on the shelf. But also you have to
Yeah, like
time
they
that
know.
correctly too. There's people out there, if you're just now getting into this, there's people out there who know the people that are restocking at your local retailers. And they know
It's
what
out of
time they were
control.
going to restock. Yeah, and they have connections. So you're unfortunately that's just the reality of the situation, and you're at a disadvantage. But go out
And yeah,
there.
if you're, I mean, if you're, starting to get into it now, it's like Prismatic. It's such a, it's such a bad taste of the first set if you're starting out now because this isn't normal. This situation that's happening is not. I've never seen anything like this before. Now,
So
if 2025 shapes up the way it's supposed to, this year just might be a tough year to get into it because of the sets that are releasing. There's just the hype behind everything and just the massive new uh, people that are in the hobby. It's just
it's
crazy.
just growing. It's growing like crazy. People, there's more and more Pokemon fans every year, right? And there's people like us now who are into their early 30s and have a little bit more money to invest in these things and have been because we grew up with it. And then those people are also having children, getting them into it. And I feel for them too, because it's like, damn, do I open up this ETB with Timmy or do we hold it? Like does
No,
Timmy
Timmy,
get to
this one's
open up
sitting in the
packs?
box for a while.
Yeah, Timmy, not those. Like,
Timmy, you can open up some Temporal Forces packs. It's fine.
dude, I wouldn't open anything right now.
Yeah, honestly.
Maybe. I don't know. Temporal Forces is the one that's like the cheapest booster
Yeah,
box. I don't know.
it's
And even
probably
that's
still on
almost MSRP.
Pokemon Center.
No, it's not. Well, unless I
It's-
restocked recently. Yeah, I
no,
swear. I was
did.
actually. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna pull that up. But anyways, I feel bad for those kids because that's going to affect them. But there's more and more people who are in that situation. They have kids. They want to share their hobby with them, get them into it, which does help grow the game in general and grow the hobby, which is great. But it's really we have to put a little bit of the blame on TPCI and the Pokemon Company who they try to I don't know they try to prepare for this. I don't know, like you can
I don't.
never when the demand is this high, it's hard to predict that. But I don't know, like are we getting
They
reprints?
I have a feeling there's gonna be they're gonna have to start putting limits on orders on Pokemon Center because of it. I mean, there already are limits, and
I mean, there are,
we've seen the
right?
ETBs go from 4 to 2, but I can put 6 orders in. They're all like
Yeah.
I can just keep putting orders in. That's not really a limit. There is. I have to check out again, but
Well, it's
that's not a
interesting you
huge
said that.
limit.
It's interesting you say that actually, because Danny and I have been really on top of getting Pokemon Center ETBs like pretty much all the past year and a half, right? 2 years since
Yeah,
151 for
I don't know
sure.
which one I've missed. Yep.
Yeah, I've missed a couple, but we've been pretty on top of it, and actually that has been one of the biggest booms. Has been those exclusive Pokemon Centers ETBs, right? Because they have the stamp promo that with the Pokemon Center logo. That's the big thing. That's what everybody wants. It does have an extra pack or two, and for Prismatic, we were lucky enough to get 6 total, and we're hoping that we can get more on release day. But in theory, what you're saying is we shouldn't be able to order more. We shouldn't be able to because
Yeah,
we've
that's
already,
that's.
in theory,
I mean, I'm
ordered
not
some.
against ordering more. Like I would love to order more. I'm going to try to order more, but
Why wouldn't you?
just for yeah, exactly. But if they're, but again, like I feel like they don't. They just want to see it sold, right? Like there's
They just want to
no.
see it sold. Like if it well,
Yeah, they
but
don't.
the reason what I was getting at, I'm sorry, was I saw this may not be true. I see a lot of things on X, and I'm just taking them for what they are. No fact checking, whatever. GameStop is canceling pre-orders if you've had multiple orders.
Oh, that would not be great.
That's just what I saw. I don't know if it's true. Maybe somebody who's listening can confirm that or confirm that that's not true. But if that's the case, if GameStop can do it, Pokemon Center can do it, and it wouldn't be
Yeah, I
that
mean,
hard
just
for them,
cancel right on you.
right?
Now,
And they can just
fortunately though, the prismatic pre-orders I have on GameStop it's all different product. So
oh yeah, same
each
here.
order I have, so it's
Oh,
like
okay, I
I
see.
have one ETB order. I have an order with the binders and some sticker collections, and then I have some mystery boxes or surprise boxes, and then I have the tins. So it's all separate orders. But who's to say any of those are going to be fulfilled? I won't know, until they're here. Like these orders could be canceled at any time.
Oh, we won't know. Yeah. Now, are you getting some delivered from like GameStop corporate, like, or however that works, their distribution, or did you go into store and pre-order?
No, they're right from their website, so all the orders are
Okay,
just
okay.
right from
So just
GameStop.
from
And I've had
GameStop
good luck with that
distribution.
in the past. I've never had an issue with it, but
I
I've also never seen this kind of demand.
No, this is new. This is new. Even if you were around collecting during COVID, the COVID hype, or if you've come back, this is worse if you ask me, because there's nothing causing it other than the demand. There's no
Yeah.
like big social media personalities super influencing it other like outside of the space, right? It's just the people that are in the space, and the hype's real. And what it comes down to again is just there's not enough product. Pokemon's not printing enough product. Hopefully they do print more. I also saw that there's going to be more surging boxes, not necessarily a reprint, but a restock. So I
And
think
now we did. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just I think the price has gone down a little bit, but it's going to be what, a $20 or $30 dip, and then it's going to shoot right back up. Like you're
Yeah,
not getting surging
just
sparks
like
at MSRP.
151.
Oh yeah,
The exact like we seen 151 MSRP, and then it had a nice spike, and then they reprinted it. There's still a 151 product coming out.
well, dude, we know people with literal rooms in storage
Yeah.
of all the sealed product, which is kind
Yeah.
of scary to think about, because
And it's just
people are sitting
Could
on
that
all
be a-
this product.
could that be a bubble that pops when people start listing this stuff? They're seeing how high this 151 price
All it
these
takes-
prices are.
Dude, absolutely. All it takes is a little bit of listings, right? Someone's like, okay, this is worth
Yep.
enough now. And then all it takes is someone
Yep.
else to be like, oh, shoot, this is starting to dip. Oh,
Yep.
this is starting to dip by 5%, 10%. And
I'm
then,
gonna sell mine. I'm gonna sell mine, and then it
Exactly.
just skyrocket. And then, but then at the same point, there's gonna be people seeing that dip, and they're like, "I want to load up on my 151 sealed," or then they'll buy that. But as that's being sold, some of it'll be open, some of it'll stay sealed. So you'll have less sealed because the people with large amounts that is sealed are selling it to other people who might not want to keep it sealed.
hey, that's usually what the case is, right? Is people
And
who
then
do.
prices go right back up.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. So we're just kind of boned. Oh, wait. I'm looking at Pokemon Center right now. Yeah, they do still have temporal forces. Anyways,
Yeah, I know. I opened it
that
up.
was
Of
that was
course, it's
such an
all on there.
ADHD moment. My bad. That was like,
I've had it open for like 10 minutes now. Just, yeah,
Uh,
of course they still have temporal on there. Just,
okay. But anyways, with Prismatic, and it's not all negative. I don't want to just be negative. It's hard not to be. And it's easy to be positive when we have product coming. We have some Pokemon Center ETBs. Also, note on that, there has been restocks. Surging Sparks and Stellar Crown and Shrouded Fable. I don't know if Shrouded Fable ever sold out, but
it's probably still on there.
Oh, Shrouded Fable's still on there now. I'm just saying initially. I don't know if it ever sold out. I don't think it did.
No,
I don't think it
if
did
you want a
either.
Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center ETB, they're still in stock because they're, I don't know.
Dude,
Wasn't
Shrouded
that
is
great.
low key not bad. I'm just saying.
It's
If you want to get any sort of product, both honestly, the Astral Radiance Pokemon Center ETB, I just bought 3 of them the other day because they're only $50, and as soon as those sell out, look at Fusion Strike, look at Lost Origin. It'll probably be more similar to Brilliant Stars because it doesn't have as many good artworks, but it's still a great set. If you go look at the trainer gallery and just the alt arts in the set. Anyways, getting off topic here. It's so easy to do that when we're talking about this stuff, man. it's just
very
crazy.
easy.
It is, but I do recommend purchasing those or even Shrouded, because the fact that that's still in stock, people hate on Shrouded.
Yeah,
but
just to have a Pokemon Center ETB if you
Dude,
don't
yeah.
have one or you never ordered one, just to have one, just I don't know. It's nice to have a couple.
Yeah, dude, and I mean, I love the colors on both those. But
Yeah.
what led us to this is talking about Prismatic and how they should drop again on release day. There isn't necessarily a set time. 10 a.m. Eastern has been the last 2. according to I can't remember who said it. It wasn't a phase. It was never a phase. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, recommend. 10 a.m. is the drop. But we'll get into Journey Together a little bit more shortly here when and how that dropped, right? What time was it? 8:30. So people on the West Coast wake up and they're kind of pissed. They're like, wait a minute, I'm not even up yet.
Was it that early? I don't
Dude,
remember.
It was 8:30 a.m. I remember I was like just getting into it at work, and you're like, dude, go, Journey Together is up.
It was so early.
And I was like,
and yeah, I tried calling you, my phone just was like, no. I said, Siri, call Dillon, and it's like, which dude? It just did it. It just went to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Stop.
You're like, stop.
Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
I don't know what other Dillon I have on my phone, but he's about to get deleted just for these drops.
Dude, for real. Name me something different just for this. I don't even care. But, dude, yeah, it's going to be crazy. You got anything else to touch on with Prismatic? Like I said, we jumped all over the place. You want to recap anything? Talk about specifically with Prismatic for the week?
Yeah, we were all over the place with that. Just, I guess, if you just check the big retailers for drops here and there as it gets released, that's probably your best bet. I think going in the store is probably going to be a losing battle, but if you check, GameStop, Walmart, Target, and things like that, like, you might have luck online, but it's going to be tough to find. Hopefully we get a dip here, so it's a little bit easier to get your hands on.
Yeah, I recommend going. I've had success. I can't really speak on it because this is a different time. This is a different market. This is insanity, and there's going to be a lot of people lining up at these, brick and mortar stores trying to go in there and find this stuff right on release day. And then what if you got to work? You know what I mean? Most of us got to work.
Yeah,
Friday. Like, what are we doing? So that being said, if you have access to it, like you said, online, sign up for emails. Try to get in there because those things sell out fast. I'm talking minutes.
You have to make sure you have password saved, credit card saved, memorize the CVC code.
Dude, you're sitting here typing in your credit card, you're done. You're already too late.
You're done. It's
no joke.
You have to have that stored. It has to be stored. And then you have to have the CVC memorized. I think I told you this. When Journey Together came out, I did not have I had the wrong card on Pokemon Center. I don't know what happened, but I fixed it since. But I was trying to hit this card, and I know the CVC for the card I usually use for Pokemon cards, and it come up with a different one, and I was like, why is this not working? I was like, what is happening? And I'm panicking, and I think that's when I messaged you. I was like, bro, I didn't get him. I know
you did. I was like, Danny's a real one. He's like telling me that they're dropping, and you haven't even checked out yet at this point, right?
Not even, just instant.
Dude,
I'm just on
real
there.
one.
Like, go,
dude,
go,
real
go,
one.
Go.
Real
and
one. And I'm sitting here chilling. Exactly. I'm sitting here chilling. Like, I didn't get any. I'm like, oh, I got some. but it ended up working out for you. You got it figured out.
Yeah, it did. I'm running around the house trying to find the credit card, which again was not in the normal spot that it is, so it made it even worse. And the whole time I called Dillon, it was crazy. It was madness.
Oh, it was. It was. And then the website was down.
Oh yeah, always. It's always down.
Like I said, it dropped at 8:30. And so people like you and I are telling each other and telling their groups. People are calling their friends out west. Everybody's getting onto the site and flooding it because you could still purchase it. It was going in and out, so you could still make those pre-orders. And it just crashed, right? Like it always does. So to recap with Prismatic, I did want to just show a couple prices. These are pre-sellers on TCGplayer. Now, only brick and mortar stores can do this, right? Can pre-sell, or is it like level 4 sellers?
No, those you have to have
brick and mortar.
You have to have a certified hobby shop.
Okay, yeah,
so you have to be level 4, but you have to have a certified shop.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that's the only other requirement.
Okay, so with that being said, we know that there's going to be so many other people listing this once it actually drops. Because imagine all the sellers that are just online and don't have a brick and mortar store. It's gonna so there is gonna be an initial dip, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Pokemon Center ETBs won't dip necessarily below 300. I think that's fair to say.
I don't think so either.
250
I
maybe.
think if you see him in the twos, like probably scoop. I mean, it's
Yeah, look at 151.
that, yeah, 151. I mean, what are the 151 ETBs right now? Probably 230.
Two what? Dude, they're like 330.
Dude, that's how fast I've been going up, man. Like,
Dude, he's
it's,
not kidding.
oh, dude, yeah, 350. Sorry, yeah, they were 250 the other day. As of 11, November 12th, they were 217. Today, they're 350. So yeah, just I guess if you see him in the twos, probably scoop one because it's gonna be just like
Definitely.
151.
Something
In
Danny
the
mentioned a long time ago to me is like something I just never thought about until we really got started getting into it is you're never gonna lose money if you wait long enough with Pokemon
Yeah,
products. I saw something
it's
on Twitter the other day. It was like you never got to worry about Charizard beating his wife one day. When it was like comes to sports cards and stuff like that, like damn, that hit the nail on the head. Like you're right,
it's
this shit is always gonna go up. It just is. But
it's
yeah,
just a crazy thought process because
it is.
you will never see these dip like the older sets. You could have bought them at retail and you would never have been underwater ever. Maybe
Yeah,
for a minute. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I,
certainly,
but
certainly. It's like a regular market normally. This is
right.
the most insane thing we've probably ever seen with this.
And
And as
you'll
you
of
can
course
see,
have dips and small like pullbacks just like any market, but overall it's going to just keep going up because the demand is going to be gone. I mean, the supply will be gone because I mean, you have to think of how many Pokemon Center ETBs are out there, and then like me and Dylan both opened one because we wanted to put that promo in the binder. So now there goes we both went from 4 to 3. So now it's like there's just one less, two less instantly,
yeah, yep.
and it's just gonna keep happening. So
And he's
that
referring
makes
to the
those boxes go up.
151 ETB specifically. Yeah, we both opened
Yeah.
it, decided to like, yeah, well, we need the Snorlax anyways. This is back when they were like maybe
Oh, dude,
180
like
for
150. Oh, I
150
went back
even.
on. We should have just bought the Snorlax, dude.
Yeah, and the Snorlax was like 70 or $80, and we're like, eh. And yeah, looking back, of course, that's what we should have done. Easy to say now,
It's
but we
okay.
should have loaded up on
It's
Team
okay.
Up when we started playing competitively.
Oh,
That's a different story for
that's
a
an
different
entire
time.
episode.
That is an entire episode. Uh, but what I wanted to say too is like, don't buy right now at these prices, please.
Yeah,
Like,
I
like
agree.
a regular ETB at 150, that's ridiculous. See if you can get your hands like
That's
wait
ridiculous.
5 days. It's coming out on the 17th. Be patient. I know that's tough.
Yeah, don't
A
FOMO
lot
into
of
it. There's of course a massive FOMO right now, but with these prices, it's just you don't have to FOMO into this. There's going to be a dip. There's always a dip. I've always seen a dip. I don't think I can't remember a time where there wasn't a dip. So
it's not sustainable. It's just not. It's not
it's not.
healthy. It's not sustainable. There will be a dip. There will be a bubble, but when? I don't know. So, like Danny said, if you see these specifically around in the 200s, scoop them. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Because there probably won't be a reprint on those Pokemon Center ETPs, and I don't. It's not even guaranteed that they'll restock. I hope they
Yeah.
do. Because if they restock, then we will definitely see a dip because it'll be everybody who initially got their pre-orders listing them and the new orders as well on drop.
So
But
here's
basically,
my thought process on those
yeah, go ahead.
restocks. I've
Yeah.
there I feel like there has to be a restock only because of this. Let's say there was 10,000 of them. I don't know. I have no idea the actual numbers. Let's just say there's 10,000 of them.
hmm
Do you think that every single person that put a pre-order in that their credit card's just going through? No, people forget all the time. Cards expire. Funds aren't there. Cards get declined. So there's orders out there that have already been canceled the second they try to run that card, which means at some point they have to sell those. I don't know what they do with those canceled orders, but there are canceled orders out there. I have no doubt. Like there has to be a restock of some kind.
So I'm glad you said that. That's a good point. There's so basically what happened with the Prismatic ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs, is actually when they dropped and they went live. I just have a theory. I just figured it out actually. Okay. Back up. Anyways, it dropped on November 1st. Prismatic Pokemon Center ETBs dropped. Dude, they were up for hours. They were up for hours.
Crazy.
Pokemon Center ETBs have been up for hours as of recently. And so what happened is initially, if you were lucky enough to get them, especially right after they dropped, you could buy 4. A 4 is a case of Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. I'm sitting here trying to message Danny. He's MIA of all days.
Unreal.
This dude's MIA. November 1st. Like, what the hell were you doing?
Dude,
who knows? Right?
I'm sure it was work related.
I know. But basically, that's also on me. I didn't call him. Should have. But I went back and bought 2 more because the limit was dropped down to 2. So I said we got 6 in between us. I'm gonna give him those extra 2, and so that's why it's nice to have people. Right, oh, for sure. Well, we traded. He gave me a Surgeon Sparks booster box, and I'm giving him those. And he didn't have to do that. I would have just gave him to him for MSRP because we're boys, right? Like that's what you do. And so it's nice to have.
Recommend finding someone else.
Other exactly, no doubt about it. Like find your boys, find whoever to help you out. Be in this together if they can. Yeah, tell whoever you can. But then again, that's already happening. That's what's happening. That's why we're in this situation. But
yeah,
nothing we can do to stop it. So anyways, it's nice that we have each other. And so they dropped the pre-orders from 4 to 2. And then with Journey Together, you could only pre-order 2. So that might be the new norm. But we got to this conversation because you were talking about how people's stuff get canceled, and I think that's 100% part of it. And then there's also maybe there's like a set aside stock like specifically for release day.
Yeah, I could see that too.
I mean, how else would you explain it? Like unless because they pulled the money out of my account starting Thursday or Friday. So they're prepping. Yeah. They're seeing the orders that are processing, and so maybe everybody's stuff that's getting declined and expired and all that, maybe that's what goes back up for the day of release. Like I said, I think there's a stock as well, but they probably flung it all together and then it's gone. Usually.
Yeah, and you know they're like big retails did that. Look what happened with Walmart and all those Tyranitar V tins and the Emploreon tins with Evolving Skies. They were sitting on those tins for months and months and months waiting for that Black Friday sale. And they just sat on it. So these companies, they will hold stock and wait for just promotion type deals or release day deals. And I mean, we've seen it all year, the whole year of 2024, we've seen it. So
yeah, that's true. That's a great point with Black Friday, with Target, with the $20 ETBs.
Yep, all the ETBs.
Dude, I didn't get any of that crap. It was just like more so me not wanting to spend money because at some point you run out of funds. You have to live your life.
Yep.
Most of us don't do this for a living. Like we just, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like basically don't pay these prices right now. There's going to be a dip and then load up on the dip after release. I would say release weekend, maybe a week after release ish, that time frame. So get ready. Just buckle up. It's about to get crazy.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep an eye out for sign up for emails, all that stuff. Basically, to recap, sign up for emails from all your restockers. Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, Target, all the retailers that sell them online. Your local stores. I've ordered stuff from local stores as well. We're hyped for all the special illustration rares. Excited to see what happens. Hopefully, everybody can open up some product. Can't wait. No doubt about it. Super hype about that. And then let us know how it goes for you. If you're watching this, let us know what you have pre-ordered, what you're able to get your hands on, and then if you're watching this after release, what you were able to get, what you were able to pull, what your experience has been like. Love to hear that.
Especially like in store situations too.
Yes.
I'm probably not even going to bother trying to go to a store.
I am only because I'm off.
Yeah, maybe. I probably would be able to go to a store on Friday. Because
is it worth it? I don't know.
Dude, I honestly might just drive until the population's kind of low and just try to find a Walmart in the middle of nowhere.
Listen, man. So So Thursday I'm actually Danny and I are both from Michigan. I live in Georgia now. Excuse me. Just north of Atlanta, and I'm coming into town for that weekend. It's gonna be Thursday through Saturday, so just a couple of days. And this, like, unfortunately landed on Prismatic, and
That's tough.
it's tough. But I'm off work, and I already told my boy that I'm staying with. We're going, and he's not a Pokemon guy whatsoever. So he's like, "All right, I'm down." Like, cool. So that's the only reason I'm going. But and I recommend you go out because, dude, if you find some product, you're gonna be hyped. It's gonna be a good time.
You're right.
Like, let's go.
You're
I know
right.
you're
I'm
gonna send it.
out.
You're gonna send it in the Discord. You're gonna be like, yo. Yeah, exactly. For sure. We're just hyped. There's a lot of hype coming up. It's kind of our next topic is just overall hype. It's insane. I'm gonna pull up some stuff. Let me stop sharing while I figure that out. Just this overall hype. Just by singles, Sword and Shield stuff, alt arts. Do you want to touch on anything while I'm pulling up just a couple different cards?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about what is this, Shrouded Fables? Just
Yeah.
Here's some of the current, like, the higher price cards, or just like the cards people want. I mean,
Yes.
these cards, they're solid, man. Like Shroud, like,
dude, that's what I'm saying.
Pokemon Center, like, go get a Pokemon Center Shrouded Fable ETV. Like, you'll be happy with it. Like, there's some
dude, you will not be
cards
disappointed. You will not be. Look at that Zorua.
Yeah, that's solid.
That's a sick card. I like all the
or like even like this Persian.
Oh, dude, the Persian's awesome.
That's probably my favorite card in the set. Like, luckily
dude.
I pulled it.
Dude, awesome.
So
the Houndoom.
Yeah, dude, I pulled the Houndoom too. I pulled the Houndoom and the Persian.
What? Dude, I didn't even know that.
Dude. Yeah, so I think I thought I sent it in one of our chats, but yeah, I pulled these
Maybe
two.
you did.
That was it. I don't think I pulled anything else. I mean,
dude, it's a good set. That's what, like, also
yeah, it's a good set.
The alternate arts for the Loyal 3 and the Peturunt. I have the Peturunt full art, or the alternate art, or the, I don't know, what is it called? The illustration there.
Okay.
On that first page with the chains. Like, it's only a $20 card, but whatever.
Oh, this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and solid. Like,
dude, I love it.
The colors are so nice of these cards too.
I like the style. I like the Okie Dokie. I like the Pheasantipity.
Yeah,
and Earthen Vessel. That's a competitive card. That's another thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, and it will be until rotation. It'll be there forever.
Competitive cards usually are more expensive because people are putting them in their decks. They're blinging out their decks. It's a viable card. That's also going to make things increase. So if you're a collector and you don't know why some cards are expensive sometimes, and then they suddenly drop or whatever, yeah, it's competitive side of it. And dude, the Duskull line.
One day this card's 60, and then one day it goes down to 40. You're like, what just happened?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a $20 card once after. Yeah.
Yeah, the Duskull line, they're so good. And again, those are competitive, but
they are.
Even if they're not, they're so good.
Dude, the artwork's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah, this is a slept-on mini set. Like, I get it, the prismatic hype. It's not as good as. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so great call there. I was kind of looking at that the other day, and I'm like, why are these still in stock? Like, gotta.
I might get another one just because. No, dude, I think I have four.
Oh damn, yeah. I mean, dude. It
might be two.
Again,
I don't remember.
The funds, man. It's just.
Yeah, I gotta save up for what's coming up here.
Yeah, I wanted to share this. Talking about hype. Not to poke fun at you at all.
Oh, dude, don't even bring up Obsidian.
That's literally unbelievable. It's like nothing crazy. It's at 160 now, but literally just before Christmas. Oh, dude, this one's 170. Dude, it's at 170.
It's going up. It's just not.
170.
It'll be like that pin message we have in our Discord. It's just gonna be $500 one day, and I'll just be very upset.
Exactly.
But back to the funds thing. I used the funds. I had to use it for pre-orders, man. And I bought some Paldea Evolved just because, like, I didn't have a ton of that sealed. So I was like, let me scoop some of this up. I scooped up some other stuff with the money I got from it just to have variety, because I had 2 booster boxes, so I was sitting on an extra one.
Yeah, exactly.
So I spread that out to Paldea Evolved. And some
This was
other
what, like a
things.
month?
Just
Literally, no. This was 3 weeks ago, right before
like
Christmas,
3 weeks.
and you listed it for 130, right? And
Nobody would buy it. I
nobody
think I
would
sold it
buy
for
it.
115, 120 or
All
something. I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, it's 170,
No,
bro. It's 170. All of a sudden, and it's not going to stop. We know
no.
it has Charizard on it and has Charizard in it. But for those, I told Danny this the other day. I think people are coming into it realizing that this is a cheap booster box, relatively, compared to all the other ones that are sold out on Pokemon Center or wherever you can get them. Like, yo, why is this booster box 130, 140? Like, okay, this is under MSRP. Let me buy it. It has Charizard in it. It has the cool alternate art Pidgeot in it. It has the Ninetales, the Gloom, a lot of original Pokemon. And
Yep.
Tyranitar sweet. You know, the Thunder type, the almost like the Delta species. People are seeing that, and that's what's driving this. But the pull rates are really good. Me and Danny both pulled
That
a
is true.
Charizard. A lot of people are pulling
Pull
that
rates are
Charizard.
excellent.
They were great. But this just shows an example of the hype and what's happening to this crazy market. We were sitting on these boxes forever.
Dude,
So I got some too
and
of
course,
Obsidian. Yeah.
Of course, I sell
And
it right before it skyrockets. Shocker.
yeah.
What can you do?
And look at the Obsidian Flames, Pokemon Center ETB. 250. It has that Charizard stamp promo.
It's that the Charmander, man.
Yep. But just kind of show how the market's going. It's insane.
I will say that the Paldea Evolved ETB I bought with the Obsidian Flame monies did not go up as drastically in price. So
regular ETBs on some of them aren't. Like even if you see this one, market price is 60.
Yeah, it's
I'll pull up
normal.
Paldea Evolved. Now, if we're
Also
talking
a great set, that absolutely great set. The Magikarp is. I know you don't like talking about the Magikarp. I always bring it up. I apologize.
It's not that I don't like it, but
Yeah, like even in this set, man, like the Raichu's solid. There's
I
so
thought
many
you were
good
gonna
cards in this set.
talk about the carp. Yeah, the Raichu solid. Yep. I guess let me just look up Paldea Evolved. Actually, are you looking at it? I'll just let you share it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the carp, just crazy.
Carp's
Raichu's
awesome.
crazy. The Iono's gonna be.
Dude, I sold that.
Tyranitar is
I
nuts.
sold that too, the Tyranitar. I sold it for like 40.
Oh, you sold the Tyranitar?
Yeah.
Dude, like, look at this. Look at the one. Look at the 1 year on this. Like every release, it was like $50. I seen it at one point like 40. I was like, man, should I buy another one of these? Because my centering's kind of bad. I should have.
Yeah. I bought mine at 40,
Just-
and the centering was off, and that's why I sold it at 120. But now it's 220. A couple months later, that's what
Dude,
it happens to all of
look
us.
at this.
It happens to all of us. Yeah.
Always it happens to everybody. So
230. Jeez.
230 yesterday. 230.
Dude, this is crazy. Yeah. It's more than crazy. It's absurd. Like
It is.
it's got the Iono,
The Excalibur, so
Excalibur. Yep.
The Squawk's competitive,
Like the Squawk. I love that artwork. It's one of my favorite cards that I have from this one set. It is. Dude, the boss.
Yeah, this whole line, like the Frigibax line, like the whole line's good.
Yeah,
all those arts combined are just really good.
Is that Conda or is that Kimia? No, it's Kimia, huh? Yeah, that's yeah.
I'm not
if
sure.
I'm saying that correctly. Danny and I kind of very recently, like just yesterday, basically, over the past couple of days, started really paying attention to artists and artwork, which is kind of crazy because we've been collecting forever, but I don't know, just never paid attention to that at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something we'll touch on in the future for sure.
Exactly. Yep. We'll talk about that later on as far as different artists that we like, and because we're just scratching the surface with that. And we just went over a few examples as far as the hype behind it all. If you're watching this still to this point, you know about the hype. That's why you're here. You are kind of just consuming information right now, getting ready for this, and it's fun, but it's kind of stressful right now. And so speaking of that, we're gonna transition into the like what happened with the Journey Together drop, right?
Yep.
And I know we touched on it a little bit, but thankfully Danny told me about it because I probably would have missed it. I was able to get 2 Pokemon Center ETBs, 4 booster bundles, and 4 booster boxes, which I normally would not have
you got loaded
pre-ordered.
up.
Did not normal. I do not normally order. Oh yeah, I was gonna pull that up. Booster boxes, but you want to touch on it?
This promo, we haven't seen a promo with a booster box. I haven't seen one since I've been back into it. I have not seen promos with booster boxes. Now we don't know if this promo is gonna have, the Pokemon Center stamp. We've seen posts on X that people say that the promo comes with booster boxes at other retailers, but nobody knows. Like nothing's confirmed with it. Now, if it's a Pokemon Center exclusive, like, is it going to be sealed inside the booster box wrapper itself? Like, how are they going to do that? Like, it's just it's something new. So of course that sold out instantly, along with everything else.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, right? Like, this is our first experience seeing promos included in the booster boxes. So, of course, everybody kind of FOMO'd and bought this because there could be the potential. Yep. I was going to share this, but it has my address. Wait, can I click on this? Because I couldn't search for the booster box. Okay, I got it. Cool. Perfect. So this is unavailable. As you can see, this is the first time we've experienced the promo card with this. My personal thought is that it's going to be wrapped inside the box. The only way you get to that promo is you have to rip the box. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking too. But is it stamped in that box? Because if it's not stamped, and it's like, well, you're gonna I'm gonna rip a box anyways. But
same here. But you're right. If it's not stamped, it's not gonna be worth as much. However, is Pokemon Center the only one offering the promo? I don't know.
I seen a couple posts about other retailers also offering it, but I don't know if that's confirmed.
I wish I had. Also saw that.
I wish I saved it, but I did not.
I saw that, but then the only other website I saw was Best Buy, who didn't have that specifically in the description. It says enhanced booster display. So I think there may be enhanced and regular, and it's probably all the same promo. Otherwise, Pokemon Center would probably state that it's specifically stamped, and then that would make it ridiculously priced. But if Pokemon Center is the only one selling them with the promo card, then obviously that's also going to make that ridiculously priced, which probably isn't the case. They probably are going to be available.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to see. And we don't even know what the promo is at this point. Like, I've seen a couple things about what it might be like. Was it the ends?
Reshiram?
I don't know.
I think it's the Reshiram.
Yeah, maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, I think that was confirmed. But
okay.
I have no idea, honestly. My bad on that. I don't know.
On this Journey Together hype, so earlier today I got a notification about I think it was Best Buy. No, it was Target. Target had sleeve booster packs in stock, and like I didn't buy any because like I have enough pre-ordered on Pokemon Center. Like I have 3 booster boxes pre-ordered. Like I don't need any more. I have enough packs coming in. Now I watched because I wanted to see how fast these things sell out. With Prismatic selling out 3 minutes max. Yeah. You're not getting nothing past 3 minutes, and how fast it happened with the Journey Together release. Now these packs on Target, they were up there for like 40 minutes. It's kind of good because they're just packs. The limit was 10, but the fact that they were up for as long as they were kind of gives me hope that the FOMO into it is. People are kind of starting to settle down on it. I don't know though. It's just it wasn't as fast as the Prismatic. If Prismatic released something, it'd be gone in 3 minutes. But then you have this come out and it was up for at least 40.
I like your optimism. I personally think it was because it was sleeve boosters. I remember after Surging Sparks, that was all you could find. I went into GameStop. I went to Walmart. Sleeve boosters were there, and then eventually those were gone too.
Dang.
I mean, like I said, I like your optimism, and it is online, so that is different than brick and mortar. But man, I don't know.
And we know that's going to be crazy. Like all the trainer cards would be nuts.
Dude, that's something I wanted to touch on earlier when we were talking about this. Is I'm kind of blaming TPCI and Pokemon for not printing enough product. And think about this: these sets are planned out because of Japan and the trading card game. They have to make sure these cards work well together, and they're planned out a year to 2 years, maybe more. I don't know how far in advance. Currently, that's how far in advance that they are planning them, though. Years sometimes. And so usually what happens, right? There's been bad sets. And that's what we need desperately. We need a bad set where collectors aren't as involved. Yep. There's not as many good competitive cards. They're not as interested, I should say. And I don't know that we're going to get that for until 2026.
Not 2025. Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
So this year just might be crazy, and
it might just continue.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to be positive. Maybe we'll get reprints too, but that's what I mean. Like, they're already planning all these prints and releases. It's like, well, if we reprint this, do we have to pause like production for other sets? Like, I don't know how that works. Maybe you would think we'd be a little bit more educated on that side of it. I just haven't looked into it, but I'm sure I will. Or if somebody knows, they can let us know. But that's not fun to think about necessarily. Nope. But maybe there's more reprints coming.
This whole year is just going to be just full stress. Every set stress.
Yeah. Every set is stressful, and it's something we talked about a few days ago. At this point, this is becoming more stressful, and it's not as fun. We're in it for the long haul, of course, but it's not the best time to be getting into it.
Yeah, it's kind of tough right now.
I mean,
it'll settle down. It always does.
It does. And I think, Danny, you got 2 Pokemon Center ETBs as well for Journey Together, and then 3 booster boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
No bundles.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
But I think we were gonna trade the 151 bundles that somehow I got and you did not get, which I still don't understand.
Dude, it was like the Journey Together thing. I told you about the drop. I think you probably got the notification either way, but I told Danny these booster bundles restocked.
Probably 10 minutes behind.
Yeah, those were going in and out like crazy. Anyways, my order got canceled for whatever reason, and Danny was able to get them. But yeah, so I'm going to trade two of those booster bundles for those. Like I said, going back to, it's nice to have other people in the hobby with you that enjoy this as much as we do. Because, dude, I feel like we're the same. Like, we're always like, dude, look at this.
Yeah,
oh, dude, check this out. Oh, dude, look at this price. This is crazy. Like, it's
just everything's the same. We have the same reactions too.
Exactly.
I have all of it.
It does. Yeah. Do you want to move on to the weekly watch now?
Yeah, we can touch on those.
Yeah, let's go into that. I just want to kind of explain it too before we get into it.
Okay.
Pretty much every week, if we are gonna set on that release schedule, where we're introducing this segment on episode 1, that is the weekly watch. I touched on it earlier, a card or two, or even sealed product, any sort of Pokemon product, right, that we're keeping our eye on, that we've either recently purchased or are going to purchase. So you want to start?
Yeah, here's the first one that I've been trying to pull the trigger on, but just recently, it has skyrocketed in price. So I have
that's the EV you talked about earlier.
Yep, push that back on the burner. I was looking at around 50, 60. I was like, man, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. And then as of last night, it's at 90. So yeah,
this is where I get to be like, oh, I pulled that.
Oh yeah, that's so nice,
dude. It was nice,
which is sweet. Like it's definitely nice pulling like cards that are sought after. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day I'll pull the trigger on. We'll see what kind of dip we get. I'm hoping it's starting to flatten out here, but
dude, it's hard.
$200.
When every card you want is $100, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
like I can't. Nobody can afford that. Like, come on.
I can't pay $100 on that card. And the other one, I actually did pull the trigger on it. Before we were talking about it, it's the Surging Sparks Squirtle. You know, it has the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur. And I'm pretty sure the art on those matches the Charmander, if I'm not. Is it the same artist? I think the Charmander promo.
It's Stellar Crown. Yeah, it's Stellar Crown. Not Surging Sparks. I know what you meant. Yeah, I know what you meant. I don't want someone to be like, oh, there's no Squirtle and Surging Sparks, bro.
I'm sorry, there's so many sets.
I mean? Yeah. I don't want someone to come in here in the comments, you know?
It's fine.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I did pull the trigger on this one.
Dude,
It should be here in
I
a few
need it
days.
still. Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's gonna be
clean.
$100 right now, and I'm gonna be in the same position as you about the Eevee.
And then I mean, yeah, exactly, dude.
But I
Like I
think
don't
you're
know,
right.
like the
There,
Bulbasaur.
yeah,
Bulbasaur's a little cheaper, $50.
yeah.
Oh no, they're
But
all different artists, but it's the same style. It's like
it's
the
the
same
same like
like
scene,
cartoony look.
right? Like you got the
Yeah, it's the
Charmander
same
out there
scene.
looking at the Pidgey. Yeah, look up the promo one. Well, I guess they're all promos, but you know what I mean.
That's a
Pokemon Center
horrible
exclusive
picture of it.
stamp. It is. It is terrible. But kind of like
Um,
all the same scene. I think the Squirtle has Pidgeys in the background as well. Dude, did that
yeah,
say
like it's right, like it's the same.
123?
Where?
Dude, that's
Oh yeah, dude, it's
crazy, bro.
absurd.
It's
Yeah,
if you
near
want to know
mint
how
would
much,
be 120 near mint. Nuts. It's nuts.
dude.
I just bought the
Basically,
regular one just recently.
yeah, that thing's like $20 now. Basically,
Yeah.
with Pokemon Center ETBs, the promo is typically like half the price. I've noticed that.
Yeah, that's it. Like the
100%.
Snorlax for the 151 is 120, 130 right now. And the booster, I mean the box itself's 3 something. So the box is out of control. But yeah, no, that's what I was watching and am watching that Eevee. That Eevee might get pushed down the list a while, but it'll always be
Okay.
on there.
Well, what I wanted to share here is a card you and I have been both looking at.
Oh, I already
And
know.
dude,
Yeah.
the Mew EX from Paldea Fates.
It's so good.
I almost bought it several times. I made offers on it several times. And I remember looking at this card when it came out, like thinking, this is a chase card. This is a holy grail card of Mew EXs for me personally.
Yep.
Is this I think I was more aware of, like USG Men, big Twitter artist. I think it's their first card, which is really cool as well. They do like this like bubble style, like with the Oddish and the cute Pokemon in the background there.
Yeah.
This card was like, $100 on release, and I'm like, holy crap, never dipped, really,
Yep.
right? Like maybe a little
Never
bit, but
dipped.
then I just forgot about it, and we look up one day and it's $300. And now,
Dude, it was in the 80s for a while. Now
dude,
it's
there was a
300.
slight dip here, and guess what? I still didn't buy it because it's $260.
Yeah, that's
Now it's like
absurd.
pretty much back at 300.
It's just out of reach.
Dude, it's tough. It's tough. We're trying to be optimistic, but these are cards we're looking at. I am gonna buy this card. I don't know when.
Some point.
It's gonna be
some
this
point.
year. It's gonna have to be this year.
He'll
And
buy it
then-
when it's 400.
Yeah, you guys gonna all make fun of me when I buy this card and it's $400 or $500. Anyway, I'm gonna take the cop out as well. I mentioned this earlier. I'm just excited. We're gonna be watching all the singles from Prismatic Evolutions, every single evolution, pretty much every special illustration rare. Just gonna be watching those. Keep my eye out for release day, and then kind of the weekend of and week after, so we can definitely talk
pull a
about that
couple.
on the next episode. Don't know what to expect. We'll see. Hopefully,
Sure, we'll talk about it on next
I'm at
Sunday,
loss for
or-
words thinking about it. Yeah, I don't know what to say besides that. So like I said, take the cop out a little bit. I definitely want the Squirtle as well. I don't want to talk about how I had the Bulbasaur and sold it in September.
Oh, it's all right. That one's still pretty cheap. $40.
I mean, what are we cheap? It's still like $40, $50 card, right? Like, gosh. Yeah. So that is our weekly watches, and we'll like I said, we'll do that every week. Pretty much explains itself. Not gonna get into it too much more. I did want to ask you, Danny. We kind of skipped over in the hype section as far as like talking about the Pikachu and the trends with that. Do you still want to touch on that?
I mean, we can get into. I feel like I'll get into pretty deep detail with that.
Okay.
We can
Save the
circle
segment?
it back.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like.
because it'll be the same idea for even when Prismatic comes out. Like we can probably talk about that along with the release, and then kind of monitor it over time to see if
I like
the
that.
trend like looks the same.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, with that being said, we're gonna end the segment. We're gonna end the episode with our pack battle. Did you want to go first? Did you want me to go first?
Yeah,
Basically,
I'll eventually we'll set these cameras up a little bit better to.
for sure,
So
for sure.
I'm just gonna open it as awful looking as possible here. Ooh. See. Oh, I already took it out of camera.
No, I just meant like the way you opened it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I cranked
You
it
shredded
open.
that back.
I didn't mean that, dude. It was
Dude,
so
show it
easy.
to us. Show it to us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
my bad.
Like you said, we're not
It's really hard.
professionals. You know what I mean? This is our
It's really
first
hard
episode.
to
No
open
one's
it
even
this
watching at this point.
direction.
You know what I mean?
I can't even see what it is.
Maybe tilt it
cameras.
for now.
My lighting is awful. I'll fix this.
Oh
too
yeah,
at
that's
some
all
point.
good. There you go.
Neat. Such a great.
Dude, the worst pull rates in this. I was like, you're gonna do
that's
fusion
so
strike?
bad. It's so bad. I
Before
should've
the episode
just-
started, we're talking about the prismatic hit rates, and you had some extra fusion strikes with it laying around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep ripping them through.
You can see I'm opening it. Not that we need to prove ourselves to anybody necessarily.
Mine ripped very questionably fast.
Oh no, that's what you did, dude. Is this still like the card trick or what? I don't remember.
I don't remember there's so many different ones now. I don't remember the order.
Dude, me either. 4.
I think it's 4.
Okay, yeah, I got the energy here. Shit. We'll get better at this. Come on.
Yeah, if you
My
have any kind
lighting's
of
pretty
white
bad,
screen
too.
open, it's because
We'll do-
you have a screen that's white open, like
Yeah.
white background. That's what killed me.
Good call.
We'll set up cameras next time.
Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna go. Colress, good competitive card.
Okay.
It's sad that we're both just expecting nothing almost every time
Oh,
we open
dude,
up my cards.
I already know it's nothing. I knew it was nothing as soon as I felt it.
Oregon. Dude, this is really bad.
Oh, that lighting's tough.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll know if it's the Giratina though.
Well, yeah, definitely know if it's a Giratina. See it listed on my TCGplayer.
I would probably have to buy that off you first. That's dude, chase card right there.
I didn't even get a hollow. At least you got a hollow rare. I forgot that all
Oh,
hollows
I
are,
forgot, yeah.
all rares are hollows now. I was just
Yeah, I
sitting here
forgot
staring at
about
the
that
Storm
too.
Journer. I knew that was the last
Oh.
card. But sick.
that's
Fun segment. No, I'm just kidding. It is fun. It is fun. So I guess you win. You got the hollow rare.
oh boy, 1-0 on a Butterfree.
Somehow I pulled worse.
One
I definitely
day
give you the
we'll
dub
pull a
there.
Crazy card. You're gonna open up a Paldean Fates, pull the
I'm gonna pull the
pull
Mew.
the Bubble Mew.
Pull the bubble
Yeah.
Mew. All right. Bet. This guy's gonna pull another Charizard.
It'll be right after you bought it. You'll buy it and then you'll
Why
open
you
it
gotta
just
say
to
that?
add, and then you'll have two. You'll have 2 of them.
Oh my gosh.
It'll be awesome. I'll
You're gonna
buy
pull-
the other one. Don't worry.
Yeah. You'll get a Charizard EX. Out of
That would be sick.
no, I'm talking
Card's
Obsidian
clean.
Flames Charizard EX.
Oh,
Another
dude,
one.
I'll give it away. First person to
Exactly.
comment free.
And
Have it.
well, be careful. That'll be like a $200 card.
Then
Next
you can
month.
still have it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It'll just skyrocket.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, dude, this is fun, man. Episode 1 pretty much
Yeah,
in
it
the
was a good
books. Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
I
well-
mean, I just want to thank if anybody made it to this point, thanks for listening. Hopefully you didn't mind us rambling for an hour and 20 minutes about Pokemon cards. That's awesome. Like, I hope you enjoyed it as
Yeah.
much as we do. And thanks for listening. Episode 1. And what else you got to say? Send us home.
No, thank you if anyone's still here listening, and we'll
We're
be
so
more
positive.
organized here in the future. We'll get
Yeah,
there. Well,
we'll get.
we have lots of plans here, lots of things to talk about that we haven't even touched on many things that we sit here and talk about and not record. So we will have
Exactly.
more, and
Be
it'll
lots
be
of fun.
good times. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. And just there's always new product coming out, right? So we always got that to look forward to.
Yep.
Old product that we want to collect, man. It's a never ending cycle, and we figured this is what we're gonna do. We're starting a podcast because we sit here and do this all day anyway. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for being here. Peace out.
See ya. I feel like that went pretty good.
Oh, stop.